Clean your house music. You can clean to it.
You gotta understand, this is essence of life here that you're dealing with.
I want to take this time to introduce you to what I emphatically like to call clean your house music. You know, back when you used to put a CD in, you just let it.
What's going on? It's your boy Gamal
and your man E. Welcome back to our channel.
This is the Clean Your House Music podcast, the video version. Video version. So trying something new. Want to go ahead and kind of use this to give a sort of recaps on some of the things that we discuss on the podcast in hopes that you guys will go ahead and check out the podcast. So the podcast is available, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, however it is that you consume a podcast, you can pretty much find us there. The Clean Your House Music podcast.
Yes.
So today being March 9th, we discussed, and I see you wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
Christopher Wallace.
It's crazy to think all that he had accomplished in that time.
Just a short amount of time.
Yeah. And so sad, done Tommy, that as we talked about on the podcast, I cried. The day that I heard that he died.
I cried too.
I cried.
For sure.
You know, my favorite CD of all time is Life After Death.
Absolutely.
The only double CD that I am willing to acknowledge.
Acknowledge or...
Unpopular segment.
Yeah, I think acknowledge is the right word. We've had this debate about, All Eyes on Me, but we'll get into that another time.
Right. Well, all right. So with All Eyes on Me, I do think it's still a really good CD. Okay. I just think it should have been one CD.
Okay.
It was not... There's not enough records on there I like that it should have been two.
Okay.
I kind of just feel like, had it been one, it's probably the second greatest CD I've ever heard.
Wow. All right.
Right? But it is two.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of filler records to me, hence why I don't have it as high up on the list as maybe you do.
Yeah. We'll see.
So, what else we talk about with Big? We talked about...
So, for me, I brought this up on the podcast, because I hear a lot of times some of the younger audience, they kind of look at us as, why you guys so bitter? Why are you hanging on to Big and Pac the way you do? And I simply say this, hey, if you lost Kendrick and Drake, or Kendrick J. Cole, or J. Cole Drake in a 6-month span, how would you feel?
Right.
So this is what happened to us. We lost Pac. 6 months later, we lose Big, and it was crushing. Like it hurt losing both of those guys.
Timbaland. That's 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I think Genuine Pony record was 96 or so,
right.
And it's not like Timbaland might not have been around because Missy was in videos with Big in 96. She's in the Gina Thompson remix, which Big is sitting on the bench with her. So there's some mingling, right?
Right.
But Timbaland's big break is the Missy Can't Stand the Rain and the Up Jump the Boogie with Magoo.
Yeah.
No Timbaland records.
Mm.
Swiss is 98.
Yeah.
We're talking Rough Riders Anthem, Money Cash,
yes.
All these other records. Swiss is making his name in 98. Right?
Yep.
Then we have Pharrell,
yes.
who's also 98, because you have Nori with Super Thug, and then that's how the train gets going, the Oh No in 99, and the Mace record, and then, kind of taking off from there.
Mm-hmm.
Just Blaze is 2000, not even 2001, 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Because the Dynasty intro.
Yeah, that was 2000.
That was Just.
You're right. Yep.
And so Just is 2000 with the Dynasty intro, and Kanye is 2000 with This Can't Be Life.
Yeah.
So we have Swiss, Timbaland, Kanye, Just, and Pharrell.
Yeah.
5 of the most iconic producers we've had of this last generation, the last 20 years, and Big didn't get to work with any of them.
Just missed out.
And then the one individual who I thought for sure, now obviously with this whole LA, New York thing going on, is Dre. And Dre's missing.
Yeah.
And had we gotten a Dre beat on the Life After Death, even if we didn't get Pete and we didn't get Eric, who I wish we would have gotten on the Life After Death.
Yes.
If we had gotten Dre,
Oh,
oh my gosh,
that would be amazing. Can you imagine Big over Still DRE? Oh my goodness.
So good, because like we get a sample of what that would sound like, because Big did the Real Dudes Do Real Things, where he's rapping over the Doggy Style records and he's rapping over these LA records and records that Dre produced, and yeah,
you just wonder. There's a lot of things we could wonder. We wonder, obviously, how his career would have taken off and how big he really would have been. We wonder. I always wonder, how would him and Jay coexist?
Yes.
With being not only New York, Brooklyn. I'd imagine they would work out great, actually.
I think they'd work out great, but I always wonder, would Jay still have been Jay if Big was Big? You know what I mean? Same like same thing with Pac. Like Pac and Big were such big personalities at that time that it overshadowed a lot of other artists.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, how many artists don't come out as a result of Big and Jay? Do we have some of these other artists who made a name for themselves if there is no Big and Jay? Right. What would Big sound like during 2001, 2002 when Little John is huge? Does he go ahead and jump on the Little John thing? Jay-Z jumped on the wave of No Limit and Cash Money during their peaks.
He did.
Does Big get on a record with No Limit? Is Big on a record with Cash Money?
I can see it.
Is you know what I mean? Like it's so many. Big's versatility would have allowed him, I think, to get on so many different type of records.
For sure.
Right?
For sure. I know. No, I think we would have got a lot more of that, especially around that early 2000s when you had the duets. You had
the Josh.
Ja and Shanti, or it was, J-Lo and Ja.
Ooh.
And just to hear him, I don't know, like, he could hook up with Mary J. Blige. I mean, I know they worked in the past, but again, yes.
STF. Now, Maya, again, is the STF Hall of Famer. For those who don't know, we have that in our show. That is the Summertime Fine. STF means Summertime Fine. When we throw that HOF on there, that means a Summertime Fine Hall of Famer. But we typically don't always express it out. It's just STF HOF.
Certified.
So, certified. But conversations like this are what we have on the podcast.
Unpopular segment.
We do get into unpopular segments. Chances are there's an opinion that one of us may have that is not of the popular opinion, but doesn't mean that it's still not a good one.
Yeah.
Double down? I mean, what does that even mean?
Right. Yeah.
Also, double down.
Double down.
Where we kind of take the idea of having a category, and usually you have to pick one or maybe pick two. So in essence, we maybe pick 5 or 6 songs or videos or something, and we only pick 2 out of the 5 or 6.
Yes.
That's our double down.
And so our double down will leave you with this. Our double down for the day was obviously related to Big. And so out of 5 songs, you can only keep 2.
Yeah.
And so the songs would be Big Poppa,
right.
Mo Money, Mo Problems, Sky's the Limit, One More Chance Remix, and To Get Money. Now, we're not going to dive into it because we did want to keep this short. I chose Sky's the Limit to Get Money.
Yeah, I chose Big Poppa and One More Chance.
So you guys let us know what it is that you choose. And with that, hope you guys enjoyed this small, compact version of what it is that we do on the podcast. As always, you guys have a wonderful, blessed, productive, stress-free day, weekend, weekday, morning, noon, night, whenever it is you listening.
Yes, peace and love.
Till next time. Clean Your House Music Podcast.
Say it.